Um, hey,
Uh,
happy Christmas, bro.
bro.
I know we don't celebrate that really, but
Yeah, I know, right? It's all good.
Yeshua, Isa.
All right.
Hey, Merry
Oh,
Christ consciousness, bro.
yeah, bro. Merry Christmas consciousness, bro.
How
You
you
already
doing?
know.
How you doing, Jesus?
I'm chilling, guy. How are you?
Good. We actually both were born there, huh?
Yeah, in Jerusalem, bro.
In Jerusalem.
Right now, our heritage right now, bro. It's
Yep.
crazy. And we don't even celebrate it. It's crazy.
Yeah, but definitely celebrating that Christ is rising within us. That Christ, the second coming, is here within us all. Definitely
Right.
celebrating that there's some clarity on what the original teachings were that were mistranslated to set us up for this time of great awakening right now. There had to be still some darkness to come. He anchored in a lot of light, and that light just had to bring out all the shadows of all the ways that
Mm,
people want to manipulate and corrupt the light.
mm.
And so he brought that in. He revealed some more of the corruption, even though that's what he was trying to do in the first place. He was trying to call people out for being
Right.
corrupt in their spirituality and being hypocritical and being not really embodied. But then they did the same thing to his name. And so now we're taking the religious the religious institutions and symbols and like priests and all these gurus, and we're taking them off the pedestal now,
Mm,
and we're bringing it back to the original message, that which is that the Christ is within us all
right.
as sovereign beings and together in a unified world.
Yeah. That's big facts, bro. Big facts. It's the original teachings of all prophets, all philosophers, all religions. Is the unity, bro. It's the unity, and it's crazy how like everyone celebrates it differently, which is like I respect that, but at the same time, there should be some type of holiday where everyone celebrates the unity, bro. You know, and
Right.
it's just like one of those things, bro. When it's just like we should make that. We should
Hey,
make that a thing where
let's
it's
do
like
it.
there should be one holiday for all human beings to celebrate consciousness, uprising, and also like just celebrate each other, bro. Each other in the unity. You know, it's like there's nothing like that out there. Everyone's so division, like they all celebrate it in their own way, and it just creates nothing but division. You know, and it's like that's not cool. Like that wasn't the original teachings of any of the religions or philosophies. Like
Right.
it's just wait, what? You guys supposed to talk about unity and love, but it's like there's no, there's no unity and love. It's hypocritical, like you said. This is crazy, bro.
Right. And a lot of, yeah, right. All the religions have their own holidays based on their own stories. But
Mm,
at this time, I'm really feeling like we're being called to kind of release those old stories, because
yeah,
because it's like his story, right? So it's like someone's telling the story of what happened through their own interpretation, rather than like her story or like our story. Like forget history. Like we're writing our story right now.
right.
So like, yeah, we're celebrating all these old stories about different groups of people, but the real story happening right now, I see, is that through the internet, for example, and the fact that we can do this, someone like, and through all this technology, we're being brought together to, like, right now we're telling our story. We're
Yeah,
writing the New Testament right now on Instagram Live.
right,
You know what I mean? And it's like, and I think we do have to create a holiday. We have to celebrate. It's like the darkest time of the year right now,
right.
and it's also we're entering the darkest times of civilization. We're entering another fall of civilization right now,
Ooh,
where things
yeah,
are
that's
about to get, like, just to be real, to be straight up, things are about to get kind of dark if you're looking outside. But
yeah,
the darkness is the perfect climate. It's the divine climate through which the light can be seen and known. It's
yeah,
always darkest before the dawn. So I'm feeling that at this time where the division between humanity and the stories that we're telling ourselves clash with each other, and more division happens, we have to strengthen, we have to turn up the light, we have to celebrate the unity just as powerfully.
That's
because
when,
that's, yeah,
yeah, that's when the soul is tested, bro. That's when the soul is tested in the dark times. It's like, are you gonna fold or are you gonna fly? There's only two options, and it's like that's the test of the grand illusion, bro. It really is. It's like, what, you really have faith? You really believe? Because now is a test. Test is coming. It's coming, and it's been happening every day. You know, with all the lockdowns and with everything. Like, it's like, do you really have faith that everything's gonna work out? Do you have faith in unity? Do you love your neighbor? You know what I'm saying? Do you fuck with people like, or do you, like, everything is being exposed now, bro? Like, and especially with the frequencies raising on the earth, bro. Like, you really like, it's really exposing everything, all the shadows within our being, within society. It's nothing but exposing, bro. And the truth always comes to light, and that's the only thing that sets you free, you know? So it's like, it has to happen. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you want it to happen or not. It has to happen. We have to go through the darkness in order to experience clarity and truth and what we want personally within ourselves, within the world. Like when the lockdown started to happen, like after they started releasing it, now people started getting closer. People started appreciating each other more. You know, that's just an example. You
right,
know, people started actually wanting to connect with you, and they wanted to know how you are, how your family's doing, because they didn't have access to you for how long. You know, you were able to see people with like, it, you know, depending on your area where you were at, but like in the collective, that's just what was happening. So it's like, that's just a prime example of how that
right,
darkness actually brings us closer once you like really understand what it means to you. Like, you know, so it's just crazy, bro.
right. I love that. Yeah, I love that. I see that totally. That's exactly what's happening. It's like, all right, we created this situation for ourselves where we've gone so far away from each other that we've manifested a collective reality that's not built on cohesive integrity and harmony. And now that's going to happen in order to like wake us up to the fact like, oh shit, we got to get together. Like, oh my God, things are falling apart. We got to, because times of crisis bring people together to what's really
Yeah,
important. They remind us, and at the end of the day, the material world can fall because obviously there's like this lack of wealth of the spirit, which is love and connection, because
yeah,
the people who die always say the thing that they most regret is not investing as much time in relationships. It's never not
yeah,
investing enough time in buying things. And so this
yeah.
time of holiday spirit, it's also very much a consumerist, materialistic culture that
Right.
we have, where that's totally hijacking the true spirit. And you know, lots of families are getting together, but lots of families are triggering the shit out of each other, and like, because
Yeah,
we don't really know we take things for granted. But I really see that, like you said, like as a collective right now, we're gonna realize that we gotta all get together and invest in the resources of our heart, because we need one another at this time, because we're all sharing one planet together, and
yeah,
it's a small world after all. We're more connected than we think, and this, yeah,
yeah. That's true, man. That's true. It's really about like, we all we got, we all we have. Like, if without each other, we're not gonna make it. We're
like
not. If
like this. I love that piece you were talking about connection too, and how the lockdown showed us how much we miss each other and how much we love each other, because it allowed us to like be away from each other a bit. And I think that's such a huge piece that's so hard sometimes to talk about when thinking about the big political picture and all this
right,
socio, uh,
right,
like it's like really what matters and what's gonna get us through this is remembering how much we love each other. And like we know that sometimes with our lovers or with our family or with our best friends, and like, but like this spirit of community and this time of social distancing and separation and being afraid of each other and division and left versus right and mask
yeah,
versus no mask and V versus no V. It's
right.
like this love that we're talking about. We're a Palestinian, bro, and an Israeli, bro, from Jerusalem can just like love each other to death, just because like that is what That's what the holidays, that's what we love the holidays, because it brings us together. But how
Yeah.
do we make every day a celebration? And how do we recognize every day as a holy day? And how do we
Yeah.
recognize that we're all one under God? Like we're all light.
Yeah, that's facts. It's just one of those things where it's like, in order to get through the darkness, you have to see the light in it. Oh, sorry. You have to see the
Puerto Rico,
bro.
such a
That's
lovely island.
I'll let you later. We should keep talking later because this is
Yeah,
gold.
it's good to have you up here, bro. I
Hell
love
yeah,
you
bro.
so much, bro.
Love you too, bro.
Hey,
Hey, bro.
blessings.
Have a good day, bro. Much love, bro.
Yeah, happy Christ consciousness. Thank you for
Happy
being a
Christ
light.
consciousness, God. All right. Peace.
Bless up, God. Love you.
Peace. Love you too.
So, yeah, that was just spontaneous. My boy, Palestinian Prince Sam, hopped on. We were both born in Jerusalem. That's where Yeshua, Isa, lived and did his work. And yeah, in this time of darkness, in this time of crisis, is when the true spirit will be actualized, because Christ is known for withstanding his murder on the cross. And that's when his divinity showed, the way that he was still surrendered to divine love, even in the face of adversity, is when his divinity got to show its invincible nature. So we're all defining our life on limited things that fall away, right? On material, superficial things that will eventually fall back to nature, on our job, on our income stream, on our car, the things we have, our social status. But one thing perseveres throughout all of that, which is the indestructible, infinite light of God. And now is the time where that will be called forth to the surface. Now is the time to celebrate divinity and to celebrate these times of darkness as invitations for that, to not push away the darkness, because that is what creates darkness. The darkness is the illusion that there's anything other than the light. The darkness is the light that hasn't fully seen itself. So through seeing these times of darkness as the very space, the very womb in which the seed of light of creation gets to blossom, we can celebrate these times of darkness and these times of greatest challenge to be revealing the indestructible resilience and necessity of our light, of who we really are, to come forth during this time. The self that we might have learned we had to hide from the world because it was too bright and brought up other people's shadows. We are learning at this time that it is time for us to celebrate our light and really go into this new year. You can feel the words 2022 and just how golden, how bright they are. I know that this is a time where we've been called to really shine our light on the planet, light of love, and to not be blind to our own unconsciousness, because the only true darkness is within our own unconscious. And to truly see and celebrate these times for what they are is to celebrate the return of the light, the birth of Christ consciousness within us all, the second coming within us all, knowing ourselves as one. That's what Christ tried to say, is that we are all one. We are all God. He said, I am God, he said. But he didn't mean that in a way of separation, because he truly knew God. He truly knew that God is infinite and in all things. And as we enter this new cycle, this new age of awakening, know yourselves as that, and know yourself to be supported in a field of that where you no longer have to be crucified, because all of life is here to herald a celebration, a next level celebration beyond superficial celebrations, beyond the idea that we only celebrate on one day. We only come together in peace and love on one day. And then all the other days we can keep living life in the shadow of our true potential and our true glory, but to a world and to a life that celebrates the divinity, holiness, the love, the family, the generosity inherent in God on every day through our lives, through our celebration of ourselves. This is what is needed to turn up the celebration, to turn up the faith, to turn up the self-responsibility to be the God that we've been praying for and pedestaling up there, but to live that into every single crevice, every single shadow, every single corner of our lives. This is what is now happening. And so I celebrate the return of the Christ within you and within us all. And happy holidays.